What we are presenting today is important, and we feel it is something that needs to be addressed at Ada High. I'm sure you guys have noticed our Slow Down Buckle Up campaign, encouraging AHS students to drive within legal limits and to wear their safety belts. Our leadership class is not only spreading this message at AHS, but we have also visited every school in our county, encouraging the same thing. We were selected as one of only 25 schools in America to receive the grant entitled Project Ignition. We have visited with each school's student leaders to provide them with the information and supplies needed for their school to put on their own Slow Down, Buckle Up campaign. With this grant and the help of community partners like Vision Bank, Citizens Bank, Prepaid Legal, and the Chickasaw Nation, we were able to purchase professionally made posters and brochures, keychains, and pencils for every student in Pontotoc County. This project has the potential to reach over 1,700 students and countless members of our community. We have made a commercial running on Cable One and rented a billboard on Craddock Road featuring our female scene. Our message in the posters, billboard, and commercial is haunting, but it is a reality to so many of us. Our message is very clear. Slow down and buckle up. We at AHS know firsthand the consequences of choosing not to. With the help of this Project Ignition grant, we believe we can make a difference. We have to.
Every 12 seconds, someone in America is killed in a crash. In Oklahoma, recent statistics show that more than half of the fatality victims in Oklahoma are not using any type of safety restraint. We know in Ada these facts all too well. The last 2 years, we have experienced 2 deaths due to not wearing a seatbelt and unsafe speeds. Jenny lost her brother. Many of you lost a good friend. Teachers lost students. Parents lost sons, including Tyler lost their lives and futures. Decisions made while in those vehicles took the lives of these 2 boys. If Cody would have been wearing his seatbelt, would he have started college this year? If Billy would have not been driving so fast, would Tyler be playing his senior year of football? We all have to wake up and realize that we are not invincible. We do have consequences for our actions, and our actions could change our lives of so many around us. Billy and Cody's decision drastically changed the lives of those around them. They can't go back, or they can't go back and correct what they did wrong. That's why we are promoting the idea, slow down and buckle up. We can all make right decisions from the incomprehensible pain of dealing with death by simply slowing down and taking the time to buckle up. Statistically, you are more likely to survive a crash if your oncoming vehicle is not speeding, or if you are wearing your seatbelt. Why take the risk? We know the realities and the pain, and only you can decide for yourself. Slow down and buckle up.
That will get something from this. And then there are some of you thinking that you've seen and heard this all before. But me sharing my story isn't exactly that easy. And I know for some of you, it's not that easy to hear. I'm here to tell you guys that this is real. If I can get one of you to open your eyes and realize that slowing down and buckling up will not only save your life, but the life of another, and all the time and effort that we have put into this project is well worth it.
A whole lot that I can share with you to let you know that I lost my son in a car wreck. But probably something you didn't know is August 3rd, 2002, my very best friend called me. She too had lost her son. He was on his way to school at Vanoff one morning, and the driver lost control, and they weren't wearing their seatbelts, and he was ejected from the vehicle and killed instantly. His name was Jake Moody. And I can remember leaving there thinking, man, that never happens to people that I know. It doesn't happen to people that we associate with every day. And so I couldn't believe that Jake had lost his life, that my best friend had lost her son. But little did I know that a short 2 years later, I would lose my son too. And I thought the probability of that was pretty astronomical. How could it be that 2 women right here in Ada, Oklahoma, who were best friends for more than 18 years, had both lost their son? So what I want you to understand is it can happen. It can happen to me. It can happen to her. It happened to Cody. It happened to Jacob. It happened to Billy. It can happen. And I know Cody, for one moment, never thought it would happen to him. You know, most of you that knew Cody was really cheerful and outgoing, and he just didn't want to be around anybody unless he could make you happy and cheerful. And I think that was probably his gift to the world. Much like most of you, he played sports, he liked to hunt, he liked to fish. He mostly liked to fight with Jenny, and I gotta tell you, the house is pretty quiet these days. He loved FCA, and I'm sure if I tell you all these things about Cody, you're thinking he sounds a lot like me, and that's exactly right. He's like every one of you out there. He's just a kid living his life, and it was taken short because he made a choice to not buckle up and to not slow down. You know, I think about Cody, and I remember at a football game, you know, they're sitting out there on the line, and they're not supposed to be looking around at the crowd, and I know the coach told him you're supposed to keep your head in the game, and I'd be up there in the football stands, and I'd see Cody, he'd have that helmet cocked back, and he'd be real cool about it, looking around, just big, and then when he'd see us, he'd just smile. You know, I remember that, and Cody was about 6'2" and weighed about 260, and my husband is about 6 foot and weighs about 190. Brad wrestled for 14 years and was a state champion for 2 years, and Cody always thought he could take him out just because he was bigger. And I remember those two wrestling around on the floor, and Brad would always pin Cody. He'd put him in the Tulsa, and Cody could do nothing except just laugh. And he always thought he could take Brad, but he never really could. And I don't tell you these things so that you can stand up here and feel sorry for me. I don't tell you these things because Cody was any more special than any one of you out there. I tell you these things because I have a lifetime of memories with Cody. And I know each and every one of you have someone special in your life that has created a lifetime of memories with you. When you choose to not buckle up and you choose to not slow down, your decision doesn't affect you as much as it affects the people that love you. I have a picture that sits by my dresser, and it was taken 1 week before Cody was killed, and it's really unlike any other picture of Cody. Cody always usually had this little smirky grin on his face that said, just try to guess what I'm up to. This picture is a little more solemn, and he kind of has a tear in his eye. And when I came back from the funeral that morning, it was sitting on my kitchen table. And I remember looking at it and telling my husband, it's almost like Cody is saying, Mom, I'm so sorry for the pain I have caused you, and I'm so sorry for the sadness that you feel. I look at that picture every day, and I know that if Cody could make the choice differently, he would, because he has seen what it's done to the people that loved him most. So I just ask you as a parent, just please, buckle up and slow down. There are people that love you, and those are the ones that it hurts.
Ms. Williams, Billy, thank you so much for sharing your stories with all of us. No matter how many statistics we quote or facts we state, they cannot compare nor have the same effects as these true and personal stories. It will take more and more people like you sharing their stories before some of us wake up and realize that the realities and consequences of not wearing a seatbelt and driving too fast.
There is no doubt that programs such as Project Ignition do bring to light the importance of safe driving. But without us changing our habits, what good are they? We must realize that we are not invincible. Bad things do happen to good people. And we all know that too well.
The overwhelming amount of statistics and the testimonies of Billy and Ms. Williams are real. Seatbelts do save lives. Driving your car at unsafe speeds does lead to deaths. We are here to today to encourage you to do the right thing for your life and for the ones that love you. We know that for some, our message will soon be forgotten, but we also know that for others, it never will. We do have seatbelt laws and speed limits, but only you can decide by yourself to abide by them. Mr. Goettley, students and teachers, thank you for allowing us to speak to you today. Our message is too important not to ignore. Please take the time to consider these realities, and don't forget to slow down and buckle up. Thank you.